Adjusting to life in first place. Hi again, everyone. I'm James Rapien with allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals Talk here outside of Paul Brown Stadium, where Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor, Larry Ogunjobi, and Quinton Spain talked to the media this afternoon, and every single one of them offered up something interesting to say. You'll hear clips from all of them. A quick reminder to subscribe to the fastest growing Cincinnati Bengals YouTube channel. Now, let's start with Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow had arguably the best game of his career last Sunday in Week 7 against the Baltimore Ravens, finishing with 416 yards, a career high, by the way, 3 touchdowns. The Bengals beat the Ravens for the first time in the Zach Taylor era. One big reason why Burrow was able to lead the Bengals and lead the Bengals offense to 41 points in Baltimore was his ability to slide and step up in the pocket and move, in the mobility that we saw last year as a rookie. Didn't see it as much early in the season as he was coming off of that devastating, just brutal left knee injury and knee reconstruction surgery. But Burrow says this is the best he's felt when it comes to moving and sliding in the pocket all season.
I thought I did a really good job of, when I was pressured, of making subtle movements in the pocket to, just stay away from sacks and continue to make plays. I've always prided myself on being quick in a phone booth, and that's kind of what was missing at the beginning of the year. And now just, it's 6 weeks more of rehab that I was able to do that has allowed me to feel comfortable in that situation. That's
such a key to Burrow's game. He says it might be his best trait, certainly one of his best traits and skills when it comes to him being a successful NFL quarterback.
I can do a better job of, I had some throws that, I was under pressure, I slid in the pocket, and I still missed some throws on Sunday that I usually make in those situations, so I can still get better there, but I'm getting better and better at that each week.
Now, this team's certainly not used to being 5-2, not used to Peter King and Albert Breer and all the national columnists and attention that they're receiving, because let's be honest, the past couple of years they haven't won. Zach Taylor entered 6-25-1 this season over 2 years, his first 2 years with the team. He's got 5 wins already this season at 5-2. Here's Joe Burrow, here's Zach Taylor on handling success and not overlooking a team like the New York Jets on Sunday.
I think we have to do a good job of staying focused, not getting complacent. We're in a place that we haven't been in a while, but we're not satisfied with where we are. We got to go out to practice every day, keep getting better, because other teams are going to keep getting better as well. We got bigger aspirations, like I said, than 5-2. So we're going to keep getting better every day. Go out to practice, get through our reps, come back in, watch the film, just keep grinding.
We're in the early part of this season. We haven't done anything. 5 wins isn't going to do anything for you at the end of the season. And so we're just focused on being 6-2, finishing this 3-game road stretch the right way, and just continue building on this consistent behavior and level of play that we've had, and keep getting better as each week passes.
It starts with all the leaders on the team, not just me, all the captains, and then guys that have been here for a while, like CJ and Tyler, and guys that have won as well. So, I think we'll do a good job of it. We got smart, mature guys on the team that, feel what I feel.
A big reason why the Bengals have been so successful this season isn't just the offense, and we're going to get to the defense in just a second, but a lot of good stuff from Burrow today on Jamar Chase. And since Jamar Chase is on pace for 85 receptions and 1,800-plus yards and 15 touchdowns, I figured let's throw together a couple of clips of Joe Burrow talking about his number one wideout.
He has this way of... So when DBs play bail, they like to keep eyes on the quarterback. And he has this uncanny ability to get in their blind spot, and then DBs will try to squeeze off the sideline. That's what they're taught to do, and he's just too strong to get squeezed to the sideline, and then before they know it, he's passing. So he just does so many things well that he's hard to cover and hard to defend. All about number of reps, communication. It's all a timing thing. So the way it works, if they don't get their eyes around by a certain yard line, you're not going to be able to make that throw because it's such a timely throw. So it's you always have to be ready for it, but you don't expect it at the same time. So if the DB's playing high, you want to get your eyes around by 10 or 12 yards so you can make that back shoulder ball. If he's not looking, it's just going to look like I threw the ball way out of bounds. And then he has to do a great job of adjusting to it and not expecting the ball. So it just takes a lot of reps. It's a timing route. And you can't just walk in one day with a receiver and start throwing back shoulder fades. It's not the way it works. It takes a lot of reps to accumulate. It's not a thing that you do expect at the same time. It's just a look that the defense gives you that you have to be ready for.
Has anything he's done over the past 7 weeks or in camp surprised you at all?
No, not at all.
Nothing?
No, he's a grinder. He's a worker that comes to work every day and prepares to play the way that he expects. And he's just getting better and better.
Kind of a similar question. What has he improved on the most since the start of the season?
He's kind of been this good from the jump. He just has more games in the offense and more reps accumulated. Other than that, he's just getting better and better.
Defensively, the Bengals are just so improved right now from where they were a year ago. And I think that starts, honestly, with the interior of the defensive line. They had so many guys rotating in and out last year due to injury that they never could get into a rhythm, that they never could give Lou Anarumo something to rely on or count on because of the injuries. And we didn't see it then, but we're certainly seeing it now. Lou Anarumo's ability to connect with the team, get the most out of the team. Larry Ogunjobi, big-time praise for Lou.
That's my dog, we just just a cool guy, makes the game simple for us, and just allows us to go out there and play. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes, just being able to play fast, play physical, and just set the tone. I think that's what he brings to the meeting room every day and just allows us to play. And I think that's the biggest thing.
And he deserves credit. Anarumo deserves a ton of credit for what he's done, had plenty of doubters, and rightfully so. Just because they're having success now doesn't mean that Lou didn't deserve the criticism back then, but he's having success. He's putting his guys in position to succeed. And Larry Ogunjobi, just one of the many reasons why. All these offseason additions that they've brought in are making an impact. Chidobe Awuzie, huge impact on defense. Eli Apple has made an impact, even though some of you roll your eyes at him. I actually think he's played quite well over the past few weeks. But Larry Ogunjobi, B.J. Hill, DJ Reader 2 years ago, you see a difference. Von Bell, in April of 2020 as well. So these guys are making a difference, and you're seeing it. And Larry Ogunjobi was a part of the turnaround in Cleveland, and they got to the playoffs. They won a playoff game last year. He was a part of the Freddie Kitchens era. He was a part of the Hugh Jackson era. Here's Ogunjobi on the feeling in the locker room, his thoughts on the success and the culture that's being built at Paul Brown Stadium.
Definitely, as far as just that turning point, those close games, the Packers game that we end up losing, but getting that feel of like we can do it, and once you kind of break through and start winning these big games, and you start to build that momentum, and that's all it takes. You have the right coach, you have the right players, you have the right team chemistry, and that's when it starts to build and blossom into something special. So right now, it's just keeping the main thing, and just staying 1 week at a time. I think it's being built. Like I said, there's no egos. It's very unselfish. Guys playing for each other. It's a team. And I feel like the team aspect is so important. You can't go far, going alone. You go far going together. And I feel like that's the mentality of the team. And just the guys in the locker room, just, they show that each and every day.
And we might have saved the best for last because Quinton Spain is active on social media. He reads tweets. He pays attention to what people like me say and do video and write and talk about. And he admitted it today. Yeah, I pay attention to the media. And the cool thing about Spain is, and not everybody has this. In fact, a lot of people don't. And it's a rare trait to have, is he's willing to read the comments and either dismiss them and use them as motivation if they're negative, or embrace the ones that are positive, but he doesn't let it impact his work and impact his performance. He doesn't start strutting his stuff, that's me, without putting in the work in the building behind me. And that's the fun part, I think, about what Spain brings to the table. There are two things that I want to play you from Quinton Spain on Wednesday. The first one has to do with the offensive line in general, what they do. why they're so tight this year versus last year. Part of that, certainly Frank Pollock and the offensive line coach coming in and replacing Jim Turner. But the other part, Thursday night dinners together.
We go to different restaurants every week. Like every old lineman pick a restaurant, and we go every Thursday. So it's Fred's turn this Thursday, so I don't know what he picked. He'll let us know by the end of the day. We started off with Riley, so he picked what? I think he picked Jeff Ruby, and then we took off from X picked some other spot. I picked Ruth Chris, so we just picking different steakhouses. It don't matter if it's a steakhouse. It's just wherever they want to take us to, because they paying, so it's whatever they want to spend their money at. Yeah, we give them a week advance so they can have a table for us.
I think that's pretty cool, and it's making me hungry, so I'm going to have to get some food. By the way, I can't out-eat any of them, even though I think I have a big appetite. There's no way I'm out-eating some of those Bengals offensive linemen. The fact that they call a week ahead to give these restaurants a heads up is nice, because it gives the restaurant time to stock up on steak and sides and everything that goes with feeding an entire NFL offensive line. One more from Spain, and this is a big one, because Jackson Carman, we all saw his pancake block on Samaje Perrine's huge touchdown, game-clinching, game-sealing run against the Ravens. Carman appears to be playing better. Pro Football Focus agrees. Other offensive line, just film breakdown. My guy Bengals Sands of allbengals.com agrees. And so, what has been the key to that? Because the practice fields are that way, right there across the street. And when he showed up to training camp, he was heavier than he should have been. And that led Quinton Spain to have a talk with him. And I think that this talk could be a big reason why Jackson Carman is now on the rise. He's elevating his game rather than coming in sluggish. Here's Quinton Spain on why he met with Jackson Carman in training camp and what he's seen from him since that meeting.
I talked to Jackson plenty of times because we had the same age. I talked to him. I told him, like, bro, this is not college. It's a business side of things. And at the end of the day, if you ain't getting your job done, you're going to be up out of here. So I told him, like, don't block the outside and focus on you and worry about you. Like, at the end of the day, it's about you. Not nobody else outside of football. It's about you, because they see you as a football player. So if you're not doing your job, what they're going to see is you don't be here. So I just had a one-on-one talk with him and just get his mind right. And ever since then, Jackson been coming to work and doing his job. When he came in overweight, that's what I had to talk to him, because I had that problem too when I came out of college. It was hard for me to make my weight, and I told him, like, bro, you're not the only one. I've been through everything you going through. At the end of the day, you was drafted. I was undrafted, so you have a chance. I didn't have a chance. I had to earn that, so I was just getting the ins and outs of the NFL. That's all.
I think that's great stuff. I do. I think that's awesome, because sometimes guys need that, and someone like Quinton Spain, who was an undrafted guy who had to cut his teeth, who had to do the dirty work, who had to do everything he could to make it. When you have someone like Jackson Carman, who's playing for his hometown team, drafted in the second round, won a national championship at Clemson, was the star, right, at Fairfield High School, then, yeah, it's easy I don't need to train today. And, you show up to camp overweight, and boom, you're third on the depth chart. Jackson Carman set to start at right guard this Sunday against the Jets. We will have plenty on Sunday's matchup, but I felt like those were the main clips, the highlights from Wednesday that I wanted to bring you. And by the way, and I tell you guys this all the time, all of our viewers, we're always evolving, we're always growing, we're always trying to give you more Bengals content. Have a big announcement on the way, coming soon. I can't say anything yet, but I'm excited. I hope you can tell I'm excited, because it's a big one. And it's someone that you're familiar with, and I can't wait to announce it. So until then, we'll be back at it on Thursday with plenty more. In the meantime, check out allbengals.com. There's a lot there. Subscribe to Locked On Bengals, and subscribe right here. Subscribe right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk, because we're growing, and we love it, and we love talking to you. So if you're new and you're checking out the Cincinnati Bengals because they're 5-2, welcome. Hit subscribe. There's plenty more videos like this coming your way. Until next time, I'm James Rapien signing off from Paul Brown Stadium.